love this deck. It's really beautiful. So let's see. Try to get this somewhat lined up here.
There's information traveling towards you right now that carries weight beyond ordinary communication. Not casual update, not background noise, not forgettable exchange, significant revelation, the kind that stops you mid-breath. That makes everything else fade into irrelevance while you process what you just heard. That reorganizes your understanding of a situation or person or possibility you thought you had figured out. That demands complete recalibration of how you've been viewing something central to your current experience. And the timing, compressed, imminent, within approximately 48 hours from this moment. The message that's been forming, the truth that's been gathering, the disclosure that's been delayed, it's reaching its breaking point. Someone can't hold it anymore. Circumstances are forcing revelation. The time for concealment has expired. What needs to be spoken is about to be spoken. In the electric pressure of truth, approaching disclosure, you might already be sensing something building. Restlessness without clear cause, anticipation you can't name, checking your phone more frequently, scanning your environment for signals, your system detecting the incoming before your conscious mind can identify what's incoming. Let me illuminate what's gathering in these next two rotations of the earth. In the mechanics of how significant information reaches us, there's often build-up period we don't consciously track. Someone is wrestling with whether to tell us. Circumstances are aligning to force disclosure. Truth is pressing against concealment until concealment becomes unsustainable. The revelation isn't sudden, even though receiving it feels sudden. It's been forming, building pressure, approaching moment of release. It's highly probable someone in your reality is currently carrying information about you or relevant to you that they haven't shared yet. They've been holding it, debating timing, questioning whether disclosure serves or harms, wrestling with their own fear or guilt or uncertainty about how you'll respond, but that internal wrestling is reaching conclusion. The holding is becoming unbearable. The speaking is becoming inevitable. Notice who in your orbit has been acting differently lately, who seems like they want to say something but hasn't, who creates openings for deeper conversation then backs away, who seems nervous or careful around you, whose energy feels heavier than usual. These behavioral shifts often signal someone preparing to reveal what they've been protecting. Some revelations concern feelings. Someone has been experiencing attraction or affection or love towards you that they haven't expressed. They've been concealing it, testing themselves to see if it passes, hoping it fades, but it hasn't faded. It's intensified. And within 2 days, the containment breaks. They speak, they confess, they make known what's been hidden. You might receive exactly that kind of emotional disclosure from someone you suspected, or from someone completely unexpected, from close friend, revealing they've crossed friendship boundary internally, from acquaintance revealing they've been watching closely, from past connection revealing they never actually moved on. The confession arrives, the feelings become visible, the dynamic shifts instantly. Others concern opportunities. Someone knows about position or project or partnership that would be perfect for you. They've been holding the information, waiting for right moment, protecting it until conditions align. And within 2 days, they reach out. They extend the invitation. They make the introduction. They share the possibility. door opens that was closed or invisible before. Watch your communication channels closely: email, text, phone, social platforms, direct message. The revelation could arrive through any medium. Someone making contact they've been delaying, someone sharing what they've been withholding, someone creating opening they've been avoiding. This reflection invites you to consider who might be carrying information they haven't shared with you yet. Let me clarify what very strong specifically indicates about impact. Strong suggests the information doesn't just inform, it affects. It creates immediate emotional response. It demands processing. It shifts something fundamental in how you understand your situation or your options or your relationships. It's not neutral data, it's charged communication that carries consequence. In the territory of communications that alter reality, certain messages land with force that reverberates. They answer questions you've been carrying. They resolve uncertainty you've been tolerating. They validate intuition you've been doubting. They reveal truth that changes everything, even though circumstances look the same after as before. It's probable the revelation approaching carries exactly that kind of impact. You won't be able to unhear it, can't return to previous ignorance after knowing. Your perspective shifts permanently. Your understanding expands or corrects. Your choices become clearer or more complicated. Either way, you're different after receiving this than you were before. Some strong revelations are validating. They confirm what you suspected, prove your instincts were accurate, show you that the thing you sensed but couldn't prove was actually real. These feel relieving. I wasn't crazy. I was right. The revelation doesn't create new reality. It confirms existing reality you were perceiving correctly. Others are shocking. They contradict what you believed, challenge assumptions you held, reveal that situation is completely different than you understood it to be. These feel destabilizing. Everything I thought was wrong. The revelation doesn't just add information, it restructures entire framework. You might receive either type, or something between: partial validation and partial surprise. Some things you suspected confirmed, other things you didn't see revealed. Mix of I knew it and I had no idea. Complex truth that requires sitting with rather than quick categorizing. This reflection invites you to consider: would you rather receive confirming information or surprising information? Let me address what explodes means in this energetic context. Explosion suggests rapid expansion, contained pressure suddenly releasing, energy that was compressed becoming diffuse, impact that's immediate and widespread, not slow leak but sudden burst, not gradual awareness but instant knowing. The revelation doesn't trickle, it detonates. In the specific intensity of explosive revelation, there's often ripple effect. The initial disclosure creates immediate response. That response creates secondary effects. Those effects create tertiary impacts. What starts as one piece of information cascades into multiple consequences across different life domains. It's essential you prepare for exactly that kind of cascading impact. The revelation itself might seem contained to one area, but its implications might spread, might affect how you see other situations, might influence decisions you're making, might shift dynamics in relationships you thought were unconnected. Truth often has broader reach than initial appearance suggests. Some explosions are internal. The information lands and everything inside you reorganizes: your emotions, your thoughts, your priorities, your understanding of yourself. The external world stays same. Your internal landscape transforms completely. You walk around looking normal, while processing earthquake inside. Others are external. The information becomes known not just to you, but to wider circle. Secret gets exposed publicly. Hidden dynamic becomes visible to community. Private matter becomes shared knowledge. These create social ripples. Shift how others see you or someone else. Change relational dynamics across network. You might experience either internal explosion or external explosion or both. Transformation happening inside you while circumstances shift around you. Personal reckoning coinciding with social revelation, private processing intersecting with public awareness. This reflection invites you to consider, are you prepared to hold significant information if it arrives soon? Let me speak to what you can do during these next 2 days. Create spaciousness. Don't overload your schedule. Don't commit to intensive obligations. Don't plan activities that require your full attention if that attention might be consumed by processing revelation. Leave breathing room. Allow flexibility. Permit yourself capacity to respond to whatever lands. In the wisdom of preparing for unknown but anticipated impact, you don't need to know specifics to create conditions for handling them well. You just need to not be maxed out, not be stretched too thin, not be so committed elsewhere that you can't give proper attention to what matters when it appears. It's important you stay grounded in your body through these days. Anxiety about unknown revelation can create mental spinning. Speculation, obsessive wondering, attempting to control by predicting, your mind trying to prepare by imagining every possibility. That's exhausting and unproductive. Instead, drop into body, feel your feet, notice your breath, move physically, exercise, walk, dance, do something that gets you out of head and into sensation. Your body can handle revelation your mind is trying to prepare for. Trust the organism. Let it do what it does naturally when significant information arrives. And strengthen your support system. Make sure you know who you can talk to if you need processing help, who you can reach out to if you need perspective, who you can lean on if you need comfort. Have those connections warm, those people accessible, that foundation solid. This reflection invites you to consider, what practices ground you when significant information arrives? Let me reveal what happens after explosion occurs. Initial impact is one phase, integration is another. After revelation lands, after explosion happens, there's period of absorbing what just occurred, of understanding implications, of deciding what to do with what you now know, of letting new information reshape old understanding. In the necessary processing after significant disclosure, people often need time before they can respond effectively. Immediate reaction is often not wisest response. Taking space, sitting with information, letting it settle, allowing clarity to emerge. These serve better than instant reactivity. It's critical you give yourself permission to not have immediate answers after revelation occurs. You don't need to know instantly what this means or what you'll do about it. You're allowed to say, I need time to process this. Allowed to delay response until you've integrated information properly. Allowed to move slowly even when explosion felt fast. Some revelations require action, decisions that need making, responses that need expressing, changes that need implementing. But even when action is necessary, rushed action often creates problems. Measured action after proper processing serves better. Others require only integration, no external action needed. just internal adjustment to new understanding, recalibration of how you see things, update to your mental models, acceptance of what is rather than what you thought it was. These don't demand doing. They demand being with what you now know. This reflection invites you to consider, how do you typically respond to revelatory information? And how would you prefer to respond? Let me close by speaking to what this moment offers, regardless of content. Whatever the revelation contains, receiving it represents receiving truth. And truth, even uncomfortable truth, serves you better than comfortable illusion. Knowing empowers you. Ignorance limits you. Information creates options. Lack of information creates constraints. May you receive with groundedness. May you process with wisdom. May you respond with integrity. The information is traveling. The disclosure is imminent. The truth is approaching. Prepare for very strong news. Significant revelation is near. This will explode in 2 days. Within approximately 48 hours, information reaches you that carries substantial impact. Message that's been held becomes spoken. Truth that's been concealed becomes visible. Disclosure that's been delayed becomes immediate. And your work is readiness without rigidity, creating space without obsessing, grounding yourself without attempting to control, trusting you can handle whatever arrives without needing to know in advance what's arriving, strengthening your foundation without building walls. Trust this. Trust that you're capable of receiving significant information. Trust that whatever gets revealed serves you in knowing it. Trust that explosion doesn't mean destruction. Trust that strong impact doesn't mean negative impact. Trust that you've been prepared for this through everything that came before. Stay grounded, stay open, stay ready. 2 days, then revelation, then integration, then forward,